Come with me to one of the most unique landscapes in the US. Craters of the Moon National Monument and Preserve in Idaho feels like another planet, shaped by volcanic eruptions thousands of years ago. I spent a full day driving the scenic loop, walking lava fields, hiking cinder cones, and discovering how life continues to thrive in these rugged terrains. If you're planning a one-day trip to Craters of the Moon, here's exactly what you can see and do. Craters of the Moon National Monument is located in south central Idaho and is best reached by car. It's about 3 hours drive from Boise and 1.5 hours drive from Idaho Falls and Twin Falls City. No matter where you're coming from, the journey itself is scenic and sets the tone for exploring this unique volcanic landscape. The best time to visit this national monument is between late spring and early fall. Most trails will be open, the weather will be manageable, and the wildflowers will add color to the otherwise dark lava landscape. Now let's jump on to the key stops at the park. Stop at the park signboard for photos. This spot isn't marked on Google Maps, but if you are paying attention, you'll notice the sign about 12 miles before the visitor center. If you're driving in from Boise, it'll appear on the right hand side of the road. Next, stop at the Lava Lake, which is one of the most fascinating places near Craters of the Moon. This lake plays a huge role in supporting Idaho's famous potato farms and supplies drinking water to much of southern Idaho. The lake itself is absolutely beautiful, surrounded by wildflowers with desert mountains in the background. The Pronghorn Passage is an overlook point overlooking the wildlife corridor as well as the Big Cinder Butte. This barrier-free passage allows pronghorns to move safely through the landscape and the view is incredibly scenic. As you enter the park, you'll spot the visitor center towards the left side, which is the perfect place to start. Inside, you can explore the interactive displays explaining the park's geology and volcanic history. You can also watch the short film before heading out to the park. The scenic drive is a loop that starts at the visitor center and the northmost point is the Tree Molds Trail. So the ideal way to explore the park would be to complete all the important stops on one side till the Tree Molds Trail and then check out the rest on the way back. North Crater Flow Trail is one of the first spots you'll come across on this scenic drive. It's a paved boardwalk that takes you right over the lava fields. You'll see stunning lava formations like Pahoho lava, which is a Hawaiian term for smooth flowing lava, along with fragments of nearby cinder cones. One of my favorite details was spotting tiny lava flowers growing in the cracks, small pops of color against the dark volcanic rocks. The Inferno Cone Overlook is one of the most interesting spots in the park. This cone is entirely made of volcanic ash, giving it a deep black color that looks striking against the surrounding landscape. You can hike up to the top. It's a short but steep climb, but the views are rewarding, with panoramic views of the valley and the lava fields stretching in every direction. It's definitely a workout, but absolutely worth it. Patacone Trail is another beauty of nature, where you can learn about how blobs of molten lava gets thrown into the air during the eruption and piled up to form these unique cone shapes. Standing here really gives you a sense of how dynamic and powerful the volcanic activity can be. The Tree Molds Trail, located near the foothills of Big Cinder Butte, is one of the most fascinating hikes you can do in the park. This trail reveals impressions left behind when molten lava flows around the tree, burning them away but preserving their shape. The hike is slightly strenuous, but along the way, you can see everything from a gigantic crater to more Pahoho formations, all surrounded by forest. It's a really unique mix of lava and greenery. My last recommendation is the Devil's Orchard Trail. It's one of the last spots on the scenic drive and is an easy, relaxing walking trail that gets you a glimpse into how life thrives on lava beds. You can spot native plants, tiny critters, and birds that have adapted to these harsh environments. It's the perfect, peaceful way to end the day at the park. You can also explore the lava caves, but that requires special permission and might also be closed because of unsuitable weather. Craters of the Moon is one of those places that surprises you at every turn. Even without exploring the lava caves, there's more than enough to see above grounds to fill an entire day. If you're road tripping through Idaho or visiting for the first time, this park is absolutely worth adding to your itinerary. You can check out more Idaho videos on my channel, and I've also added useful itineraries and guides on my blog. I'm adding the link in the description box. Do hit the like button if you found this video helpful, and don't forget to subscribe for more such itineraries and travel guides.